Hello, my name is Kennedy Butiko. I'm the General Manager of Ushauri Biashara. Now, Ushauri Biashara is a Swahili name that means business advisory. Now, we are registered in Nairobi, Kenya, within East Africa. Now, we offer advisory, coaching, and business outsourcing services. Now, one of the things you will notice is that businesses are expected to not just survive but flourish. And that is why we believe that startups, young businesses, small, micro enterprises, self-help groups, all have chances of succeeding. But they can succeed even greater when they have access to affordable and personalized services. Now, these affordable and personalized services give them the opportunity to focus on their core areas. It gives them the opportunity to leverage on their strengths. And then it helps them also to build capacity. And so our mantra is, let's get you ready as an enterprise. And that is why we believe that these pillars will be good for any business that wants to thrive, not just succeed, particularly in the post-COVID era. Now, when you look at advisory services, among them are management advisory services, that will help you to promote efficiency, particularly if you're looking at the management information systems, ease your decision-making processes, help you in communication and planning, and then align your business processes, enhance customer service, and create opportunities for cross-selling. And other than that, even creating accounting information systems as a focal area. We can also give you financial advice. Here we are looking at an overall financial strategy, which will include rendering advice on tax exposure, obligations, cash flow management, etc. Now, this is a service we offer primarily to individuals who would wish to have personal financial advice, startups and MSMEs and even self-help groups. Now, we also offer bookkeeping and accounting services to people who will need them, particularly those who are starting or growing or even ending businesses, accounting and financial record keeping. You see, profit deductions and allowances, tax preparation and filing. You'll all appreciate that this is very key for any business, particularly now that most governments globally are becoming more keen on collecting revenues. And particularly in Kenya, while in the past we could get away with a lot, particularly the smaller businesses. Right now, the government appreciating rather than realizing, appreciating that a lot of what drives this economy, and incidentally, that also is true for many developed countries, is the small sector. The small sector is a major driver. In fact, in many countries, 80% of the economic drive is derived from the SMEs. And so it becomes imperative not to treat this aspect of taxes casually. And so we delve deep and help the small entrants to appreciate that they also are now having the spotlight turned on them. And so we appreciate the issues of the investment options that will be there, and we even go on as far as help with the HR-related functions, such as payrolls. And so you notice that the situations and the services that will call for an advisor abound. And so the major advantage you have is that you have a firm that is able to appreciate your size and help you to go through it. Our approach is largely coaching. We structure our approach in such a manner that we know that these are no longer the days when you will have a boss up there loading it over the juniors, but rather now we have people who help you within systems, and that is for the more discerning enterprises. They help organizations to mentor, their employees, so that you have people who are more of facilitators, people who guide the rest of the employees towards coming up with solutions rather than loading it over them. And so this has been proven to be very effective, and we love it because we've realized we get very good reviews, having taken people through coaching and mentoring them so that they can take up roles when they are more confident and they can now begin to handhold their own teams, and it gives them a sense of ownership. And so you'll notice that productivity will increase across the board. And so we naturally then will offer outsourcing services. These will help, particularly considering that we have a lot of digitization going on, and this was already happening even before the pandemic. And so the pandemic has actually just opened eyes for those whose eyes were closed and accelerated the inevitable. The inevitable was that the world had already become disrupted. And this was accelerated by the issue of digitization. And so we embrace that, and then we help to ensure that there's minimal redundancy in resources. And here then we mean that then we will be looking at your staffing and the systems you have, and then helping you to avoid a situation whereby you have to lay off people and you are in a transition whereby a lot of your work will suffer. You see, because you either laid off too many people or you are retaining people who you are not sure that you can carry through in the course of time. So we help kind of midwife you through some of these transitions when you are trying to make decisions and you want to also employ more people so that they can come into the system and carry through. So while you are still in the process of making decisions, and this is particularly relative to those situations that will call for you to want to hire or to want to let go of some of the very valuable employees you have, we help you to navigate and to midwife those transitions so that you do not have to have time lags and you don't have to lose some of your valuable clients because you're not serving them well because you're probably overwhelmed. And so we take up some of those roles. We assure you of across the board and above board dealings. We interact a lot. In fact, what I would rather call collaborate, so that we can both achieve the desired results. And so when you look at the array of services, they range from bookkeeping, accounting, payroll, management, tax preparation, research and development, to even content write in cases where need be. And even apart from those non-core functions, it's becoming increasingly clear that strategic business management would be very ideal, particularly for the corporates and the MSMEs. And that way, we are able to ensure that even in situations where you feel you need strategic management and you do not already have those caliber of people at that level, we then come in and help you through that process, even as you go on to look for substantive heads to run with those departments or those business units. So feel free to call us, contact us, so that we can go in depth and discuss on what else we can do for you within the ambits of advisory, coaching, and business outsourcing. Those are things that we can definitely discuss, and everything we do is bespoke. In other words, we sit down with you and then we tailor make what we feel and agree with you is appropriate and and helpful. So feel free to call us. Our numbers are down there, and we are looking forward to some very productive engagements. Thank you.